square bottle, you know. What's that little square bottle?
Essie, Aussie.
Yeah, Essie.
Yeah.
Adorable. Those are cute pants.
Oh, thanks.
Long.
Thank you. I think we might be live.
Cleaning floor.
Facebook.
Are we live? Oh,
Yeah.
It's
Hello.
because two girls are talking. I have a very special guest today. Welcome to Facebook Live, by the way. And Jennifer Garner is here.
Yeah.
An old friend, a young old friend, and it's so nice to see you again.
It's really nice to see you too.
And Jennifer is a mother, an actress, a TV star, a farmer now. She has chickens and bees, right? And a garden. And she's also now an entrepreneur. She has started a new line of really interesting baby food called Once Upon a Farm. So tell us about that really quick, and we'll go into that later, but just tell us about the venture.
It's just I'm so excited. It's the first cold pressed, organic, non-GMO, no sugar added, everything good that you would want to feed your baby. And when you make your baby's food homemade and you just don't have time, you know this is as close to homemade as you could possibly find. And it's in the refrigerated section.
Vegetable and fruit?
Vegetable and fruit.
Mixed together or separate?
Mixed together.
Oh,
for the most part.
interesting.
There's also some separate things, but yes.
I tasted one that had nuts in it, had cashews.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
And how was it?
Tasty.
Tasty,
Yeah.
right?
Pears
Not
and,
too sweet.
Pears, raspberries,
Delicious.
and cashews. And so we'll talk about that in a little bit. But since you're here, I just thought it would be fun to. You've been on my show several times.
So many times since
And,
before you had a show, since when you were just cooking by yourself in Martha's Kitchen.
Jennifer Garner came, so always welcome and always fun, and so much to say. You have a lot to say all the time.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
going to do my best.
No, you're on TV. You have to talk. But tell us a little bit about your career right now, because you're a new series is coming out, which is called.
I did this new series. We're done. It's called Camping. It's going to be on HBO, and it was
Does it
super
have
fun.
anything
It's a
to do-
comedy.
Does it have to do with camping?
It does. It's 4 couples who
Camping.
go camping together. See, you picked up on it, and it's just hilarious and so much fun. It was written by Lena Dunham and Jenny Garner.
And she is so funny.
So funny.
Yes.
And then I did an action movie that'll be out in September called Peppermint.
Oh,
and you're
okay.
gonna like it.
Oh yes.
It's tough.
Are
It's
you
a mom who goes crazy.
Oh.
Yeah.
And look at her arms and her shoulders. She's like really, really fit right now. But you've always been fit. Every time I've seen you, you've been very fit. Very nice. So that's fun. And then the kids.
The kids are great.
Oh,
They're
good.
really good. They're
No.
just enjoying summer.
And I read in the paper that you went to see a play last week. Gossip.
We did. We went to see several plays, but we went to see Hello Dolly because Victor
Oh.
Garber, my beloved dad from Alias, was starring on Broadway in Hello Dolly.
Oh,
so
he's so good, isn't he?
he's always good in everything
I
he
went
does.
I went to see that. I thought it was really great. Great revival. Well, we have the magazine still making beautiful food all the time, and I thought I would show you 2 summertime dishes that
Great.
Maybe your family would like to eat, like peach.
Definitely.
Dish peach pie with a beautiful puff pastry topping, and also a lobster or shrimp BLT.
Great.
Yeah, do the kids eat everything?
No, but we're working on it.
Oh. What do they eat lobster?
Yeah, I think they would eat lobster. Yeah, they'll eat this. We're going to be good to go.
Oh, okay. What don't they eat?
They don't eat the strangest things. You know, it's like combining too many flavors. Like they won't have gravy on their chicken or on their, which I never.
But they're not
understand.
vegetarians.
No.
Are you a vegetarian?
No.
No. That's good. My daughter is a vegetarian, Alexis, and the 2 kids they're pescatarians. But it drives me crazy because I have a hard time. I call her up and say, "What can I serve you on Saturday lunch?" No meat, of course. I shouldn't have to say that anymore. No pasta, no carbs. By the time she's finished with the list, I don't know what to feed the kids. No eggs.
Well, if anyone can do it, you can do it. It takes all kinds, Martha.
It is really hard, but the kids are healthy.
Yeah,
and
they're
they are,
gorgeous.
and they love everything. They devour lobsters
Yeah.
and shrimp, and they eat all the
Sure, they have a
vegetables and all the
totally
fruits.
different palate.
Oh yes, and the eggs are right. I brought them in this morning, right from my chicken coop, and we have all different kinds. This one, the little speckled one, I just told Jennifer. She asked what that one was. That's a guinea egg
Yes.
from the guinea fowl.
So are these olive eggers?
Those are meringues, French meringues.
Oh, I have a meringue.
You do?
I have a blue copper meringue.
Oh,
And
okay.
it does
Chocolate eggs.
It does I
Yeah.
have chocolate eggs.
Yeah, I love those.
And
these Americanas or
That's
Americanas?
Okay,
yeah.
okay, I have that.
And then all different kinds of
Like an Australorp or a...
Yeah, and speckled Sussex, and I don't have any Egyptian Fayumis right now. You can have them in California. Have you ever seen one?
I don't know.
Egyptian Fayumi. They're really cute. They're kind of skinny and long, but they don't weather well in the winter. I found one frozen to death once, so don't get an Egyptian Fayumi if you're living in New York. So want to start with the pie?
Yes, please.
Okay, because that has to go in the oven.
Okay, great.
And you can roll out the puff if you'd like.
All right, great.
So this is puff pastry. Now you can buy puff pastry at the grocery store, but if you have a good bakery, it's also nice to, oh, this one's folded. You can also get really, really good puff pastry from the best pastry shop. My hands are clean, so you're washing yours, thank you.
I'm washing mine, sorry, but
Thank you.
Hi, Martha. We have a question from Kendra.
Yeah, I hope we get a lot of questions. By the way, on Facebook Live, you can just type in a question, ask us anything you'd like, except anything too personal, right?
Right.
We don't want
Who
too
needs
personal.
it? Let's talk cooking.
Yeah, let's talk what's going on.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurial ventures,
Yes.
stuff like that. Okay, what's the question?
Kendra wants to know, do the eggs from different birds give different tastes to the recipes?
No. The chickens, it depends on what the chicken eats, what the egg tastes like. So all my chickens eat exactly the same things. So, and the same with yours.
Yes.
What do you feed? Do you feed yours all the scraps from the kitchen?
Scraps from the kitchen,
Yeah.
scraps from the garden, and then just an organic chicken feed.
Yeah.
I'm not to the point where I'm making my own chicken food.
No, don't make your own chicken food
Okay.
because they are happy eating the grass cuttings.
Yes.
They're happy eating. I take home from the kitchens here. I take home all the vegetable scraps from the test kitchens, and that amounts to a lot of scraps. My daughter saves me all her scraps, and then the chickens get that every single morning in addition to their cracked corn and their grit and their what do you call that other
The
stuff?
oyster shells and the
Oh
grit
yeah, all that
and
stuff.
all that stuff.
And their chicken food. Okay, I do buy organic. Do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
if you're
here,
gonna eat the
just
eggs.
roll this a little bit and then cut me around the size of this. Just a little, just even that out.
Okay.
I'll make the the peach filling. And,
Jennifer, we have a question for you from Karen.
Okay.
She wants to know, any plans for a regular cooking show?
No, thank you. I just I like doing a 3 or 4 minute version in my pajamas at my house, and I like being here. But no, that's probably as far as I should
acting.
go.
If I could act like you act, I would be doing that, not this.
Do you want it directly? Do you want it to be exact to size?
Yeah, whatever. Or you can turn the other way. It's easier because that's a little rim. See, that's easier.
Thank
2
you.
tablespoons of. I have a 1/4 cup of dark brown sugar and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch.
Is this a topping you're making?
You're making the topping. I'm making the sweetener for the peaches.
Oh, good.
So we're not being sugar free. Do you eat any sugar?
Sometimes, yeah.
You
of
eat
course.
desserts,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Yes.
And
Can you
she's-
remind viewers what you guys are making today?
We're making a beautiful peach, sort of like a peach cobbler pie, deep dish
Yum,
peach
yum.
pie.
I have a peach tree that is going to be going nuts here
Oh
soon.
yes. Oh
Yes.
no, don't put it in there. Put it on that tray right there.
Okay.
Now I'm adding 1 tablespoon of bourbon to the filling.
Yum.
I like bourbon and peaches. They taste delicious. With a little bit of whiskey, you could put cognac in it if you wanted. Sauterne would be good. And then the peaches.
Do you
have
need
to be
these
sliced
peeled
up.
and sliced?
No, not peeled. Just sliced.
slice
You
them?
can do that. If
Do you do
want.
it direct? Can I do it directly on
No,
here?
right in here. Right into here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just wedges, like
Yeah.
six wedges. And now I'm going to score this. I need another knife. Here it is. And we're going to put this in the oven. First, score it. Don't go through. When you score, you just cut partially through. If you cut through, then you'll have all pieces.
Right.
That
And
won't
then
be
it
so
doesn't.
smart.
Then it's not a pot pie.
No, it won't be good. And an egg wash.
Martha, Elizabeth wants to know, where are the chows today?
The chow chows?
Yes.
They're not here. I left them home today. They had a very.
Do they come in?
Oh yeah, they love coming to the office. I I have 2 baby chows now. One's 2 years old.
Oh, I saw this.
Emperor's Chin, and then the baby is he's now 14 weeks old. So cute and so well behaved. Except he peed on a whole rug yesterday. So well behaved.
So that's not so well. I mean, I don't want to.
He wanted to go outside and nobody let him out, so he peed on the rug just to remind us that he is
A baby and a dog.
Yes. So funny. Now I had a brush here. Here it is. Oh, by the way, any leftover pastry, don't waste this.
Never.
This can be wrapped back up and put into the refrigerator, and you can make little tiny peach pies if you like. Yeah. You know.
You could make a little hand pie.
Yes.
We have a question for Jennifer.
Bring it.
Who taught you how to cook?
My mom did, but I think I've never been a pretty cook, as you can see. But
Are those clingstones, by the way? Yes, they are. See, clingstone peaches, that's what's happening now. Those are the first peaches that come. And they cling to the stone.
Oh,
so
that makes me feel better.
Yeah, don't feel bad.
But my mom has always cooked. She didn't teach me, but we watched, I would say, more than anything. But
was she a good cook?
She's a great cook.
Oh.
But I will say that you cannot overstate how much we have all learned from watching you. You started, basically kicked off the Food Network. You, Emerald Lagasse, all those early, that's really just watching you do it has made a world of difference. This one's fun
to everybody, yeah. It's so much fun to teach people how to do these things. Well, I egg washed the top of the scored pastry, then I sprinkled it with beautiful, beautiful crystal sugar.
That is pretty.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
I love this glistening sugar. And that'll make a pretty top and just a little crunchy too.
Yeah.
So this is going to go right into the oven. And it is at, what's the temperature of my oven? I forgot.
350.
350. Okay, this is going to go right in the oven.
We have another question for Jennifer.
Okay.
Do your kids ever not eat what you make?
Always. I think the harder I work on something, the less likely they are to eat it. That's just, sometimes they just always surprise me. If I expect them to love it, they won't eat it. If it's their favorite meal and I've worked all day, they tell me they're not hungry. And then sometimes, they love it more than anything. But we were just on vacation, and when they said, Mom, when you're home next week, will you cook every night? So I know it matters to them.
And where'd you go?
We went to the Bahamas.
Was it fun?
Pretty fancy. Yeah, of course, just blue ocean and a pool and kids. What's better than that?
It's just perfect. Are they good swimmers?
Yeah, they are good swimmers. Yeah.
Okay.
This one is making me nervous.
Don't worry.
Because you're watching.
Here, just one last.
Oh, that one was funny.
Oh, go on the
It
other
doesn't
side.
bother
Yeah,
you?
No.
Okay.
No.
We have a great question from Lourdes. How did Jen and Martha meet?
How did we meet?
I'll tell you.
Oh, okay.
I watched, when I was first starting out as an actress, Martha had a very early cooking show on.
Was it In the Kitchen with Martha or before that?
It was a very long time ago. And when I finally started being able to go on to shows, I wanted to be a guest, but she didn't have actors on. She only had real chefs. And I just wanted so badly to be in her magazine.
She lied and said she was a
No,
fit.
I named my dog after you.
Oh, that's right. And then
My
we had to have
beautiful
her.
White lab.
That's
And
right.
then that did the trick. And once she knew that, she was like, okay, this girl's a stalker, but she can come on my show.
So I went on and we made a Thanksgiving dinner together, and it's what I've made every year since.
And it's such a good dinner.
It is cranberry glazed turkey. It's in your holiday book now. It
Yep.
didn't used to be, but
And then cranberry cornbread stuffing. Delish.
So the peaches mixed with that lovely brown sugar and a little bit of cornstarch. Tastes good.
oh
And
my
that
God.
little bit of bourbon.
Oh, the bourbon.
Yeah, see, just 1 tablespoon really makes the difference.
2 tablespoons would be better.
Okay. Yes.
That is so good, Martha Stewart.
So simple, and so it's really baked. This is baked separately from the top. So I don't ever put aluminum foil on my food. Do you?
Oh, why?
Why?
Teach me.
Do you? Do you wrap food in aluminum?
I'm sure that I have. Is that
Yeah.
bad for you?
It's bad.
Okay.
I just don't believe in putting aluminum onto any food, so I put a piece of parchment first, then I crimp the aluminum
I don't
around.
feel like I've ever heard you say that.
Oh, I have many times.
Okay, well, I'm glad
I even invented Martha Wrap, which was parchment-lined aluminum foil, which you can find some places. So there. And that goes into the same 350-degree oven until the peaches get nice and moist. They're bubbling and warm, and it takes about 1 hour. So it goes in. But the pastry cooks faster. Now, to make things easier, we have swap outs. So let me just wipe up the counter so we can finish the pie.
We have a question from Claire.
Yes.
Martha and Jen, what is your favorite dessert?
Oh. I have so many.
I do too. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the chocolate chip cookie. Homemade.
Oh, yeah. With salt on top.
chunks.
Are you making it with salty now?
Yes, yes.
Oh, they're so good with it. You can even make chocolate chip vanilla sandwiches.
Yes. With
Which-
homemade vanilla ice cream.
Yes. Do you make your own ice cream?
Yes, I do.
Oh, here you go. That's for your hands if you need that.
So glad you asked. I do. Not always.
Now, let me just get the rest of the finished pie out of the oven.
Martha, what is in your garden right now?
We need pot holders. Okay. What's in my garden? Oh, some in there. Everything is in my garden. We have, I went down to my garden yesterday just to pick with artichokes ready.
Oh yeah, we do
So-
too.
So we're growing artichokes, all the peas. Peas are almost done. They're almost finished.
Look at that.
Yeah, there's the top. And here is the peach bottom. Oops.
Wow.
It's very hot. And we can undo the top. You'll see how pretty, see how juicy the peaches become?
Look at that.
And the color is so good. And then you can just pick up this and put it on the top.
And it just floats.
And voila, you have your dessert. So it's kind of easy, and you can do this ahead of time, and your pastry will never get soggy. It looks good, right?
It looks so good.
Yeah. but
When's
you
the part where we cut in and we say, "Oh, that's
later,
so good"?
later,
Okay.
later. You still have more work to do.
Okay.
Okay, so this I'll just put over here.
Martha, viewers want to know why you added bourbon to the pie.
Flavor, just flavor.
It's just barely a tiny little bit
Yeah.
of flavor, but it's so
It brings
good.
out that delicious taste of the peaches. I'm going to put this here so that it doesn't burn my countertop. There.
No, this is
There. So now I wanted to show you also how to make the lobster sandwich. Now, do you get lobsters out in LA?
not very often.
No, because
Because they're not legit. They need
right.
to
It's really Maine.
Yes.
So this is cooked already. You can either steam your lobsters or boil your lobsters. And how do you get the tail out?
You show me.
Okay, a fork. This has a lot of
Good.
goop on it, so let me just take that off onto a plate. I'm going to put that here. You don't have to show this part because this is a little messy, but this is a little. Oh, there's a lot. This is a female. Do you know how to tell?
Yep, because
The red row, yeah. Actually, this is Truman's favorite part. He likes the females. 7-year-old loves females, and he knows the difference between that.
I would expect nothing less.
So now put your fork right
Okay.
under this part of the tail, like this. And I've never done it with a cold lobster, so let's hope that it comes out. And it should pull right out.
I remember the first time I met you, you told me that if you hadn't been doing what you were doing, you could have been a surgeon.
I could have, and I should have. There, it's coming out.
It seems like you've done all right.
It's it's cold. I've never done it on a cold lobster. I take my lobsters apart when they are
And we can see
right
why.
out of the water.
Wow, look at that. Have you been up to Maine?
I have, yes, and
Is
I'm
it
going back
glorious?
soon. Sorry, I'm making a mess of this tail because it's. I'm going to break it off because I don't want to hurt the meat.
Oh, it looks so good.
So there's the roe. Mmm, delicious. Oh, come out. There.
Wow.
So that's the way you get the tail out. Oops. This should be not on ice like that, but it should be on. You put a tray full of ice and you put a plastic over the ice so you don't have your meat sitting in water. I don't know who did that, but his will roll.
We have a question for Martha and Jen.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you both cooked together?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, like six or times or 7 times, I
Yeah.
think. So sweet, this lobster. Same, and if you want shrimp, you can have shrimp. Yeah, you can do that.
I got you, lady.
There. Now the claws. You can do one if you want.
Sure.
Just use your.
Okay. I don't really know about lobster.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, so you
only had
like
it-
lobster?
I do, but I have never lived in Maine.
Oh.
So it's usually been served to me.
Oh.
So do I crack this bad boy right here?
Yeah, crack it and yeah, not too hard. You don't want to damage the meat. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
We have a question from Roland. He
And
wants.
the knuckles too. These are called knuckles.
All right, I'm gonna watch you do
Okay,
it.
so no, you do it. You do
I
it.
will, but I'm
There, like that.
like that.
And then this one, like that, just so you crush the shell. And then this one is in the fat part. Yeah, like that. So you can take it apart like that. So look,
Ooh,
see, it's
look at
coming
that.
out perfectly.
Yeah.
Roland wants to know, how long do you usually boil the lobster?
Oh, I boil mine for about 15 minutes. I put them in boiling water with vodka or tequila. I give them a drink.
Why?
Well, if you were going to be boiled alive, wouldn't you like to have a drink first?
You're right, Martha.
Right,
always.
so I'm humane. And so about a half a cup of vodka to the pot of water. And see how nicely the meat comes out, so rich and beautiful.
Yeah.
Jennifer wants to know, Martha, do you love Alaskan king crab like I do?
I do. I love
You
it.
like Alaska in general, don't
I
you?
love Alaska, and I could go there right now. It's just one of the most interesting places. And it's time to really go there and see all the glaciers before they all melt. Yeah.
Didn't you go on a big
I
expedition?
did. You know. How do you know? Because you
I
watch my show.
watch you, Martha. I pay
Yes.
attention. I always have.
These movie stars, they have extra time. They can sit in their trailer and watch
Oh my
TV.
God. That's what it is.
That's what. No, it is because you do have downtime, right? Between
No.
scenes, never.
Rarely.
Oh, I thought you did.
And if I did, I would never turn on a TV.
Oh, good. You have to think about your part, right?
Well, there's so much to do. I was a room mom. I was like dealing with 6th grade field trips.
This is so fun. There. Okay.
That's a triumph.
Okay. Got that done.
Okay.
Okay. So now we can move away from this messy shell
Yeah.
counter. But there's all your fish. You have lobster and shrimp, and you'll have to rinse your hands again. And we'll make the condiments.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody can.
We have a question for Jen.
Yes.
What kind of animals do you have on your farm?
Well, at my home in LA, I have 6 full-size chickens. I have 7 chicks that are, what did I say, about 10 weeks old? And then many bees, a dog.
How many hives?
7.
Oh, 7 hives.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I know, it's
How
a
many
lot.
acres?
3.
Oh, wow.
But we back up to there are more. There
Oh.
are more acres around.
Oh boy, how fantastic.
We just lost a queen though. We're trying to see if they're gonna re-queen themselves, or if we're gonna have to re-queen the hive.
Oh, yeah, they won't do it themselves, most likely.
Well, that's probably.
Yeah, you'll have to get a new queen or make a new queen.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm making the mignonette for the sandwich. And it's lemon juice and red wine vinegar. So the juice of 1 lemon. Do you have one of these at home?
Yes.
Oh, good. You need that if you're going to make margaritas or guacamole. You just have to have that.
That you made that, didn't you?
Oh, I did. And then a little bit of salt, like a teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of sugar. Mignonette is one of my favorite sauces.
Why is it a mignonette instead of a vinaigrette?
It has shallots in it.
Oh, okay.
And you just
A lot of shallots.
Oh, yes. And that you can use. This is a great topping. You can make this ahead of time. You want to crumble the bacon into the
Yes.
mayo? So we're making a bacon mayonnaise. So this is 2/3 of a cup of mayonnaise, crumpled bacon. And it's easier to crumple it and to put it on the sandwich than to
Yeah.
put those big pieces of bacon on the
Yeah,
sandwich.
I agree.
That's the one thing I learned from Snoop was cut the bacon before you cook it.
I just like that sentence.
Yes.
One thing I learned from Snoop.
Learned from Snoop was crumble your bacon ahead of time. So some mustard, Dijon mustard too.
We have
I
a
bet you
question for
learned more than
Jennifer. What are your favorite flavors you've created for Once Upon a Farm?
Ooh, I love the mango. I love the smoothies, the strawberry smoothie. I love Mama blueberry. I love the blueberry. I love apple kale. I love straight up apple. All of them, they're all really good. I love the sweet potato.
Children should be fed all those delicious things. We're going to get to that in 1 second because I thought we should each have a sandwich
Yes, please.
made. So here is our tray of avocado, tomato, hard-boiled egg, fresh herbs, toast. So you can make your sandwich. I'll make mine. I'm going to do lobster. I'm going to do a lobster, and you can slice the lobster if you
Would
want.
you slice me some lobster,
I
please?
will.
Here's some avocado if you'd like.
Well, I definitely want avocado. So I'll put yours out here too.
Nora says, Jennifer, love your pretend cooking show. Any chance Martha will join you at home next?
Martha, do you want to put on your PJs and make a pretend cooking show with me? It takes about 10 minutes.
Definitely. That's fun.
There's no hair or makeup.
Only I don't wear pajamas. I wear nightgowns.
Okay, great. I will wear a nightgown.
Oh, okay. We're
I'll
sexy.
join you.
We're a sexy nightgown.
Ooh, all right. It's even more fun. Here,
I don't.
let
I don't
this-
wear bathrobes. Do you?
No.
I never have a bathrobe.
You know what? I wear sweats. Let's
Oh,
face
you wear
facts.
sweats to sleep in?
I wear sweats all the time.
Okay, so that's for your sandwich.
That's how my kids know I'm home for
Oh.
the day.
And they-
They say, put on sweats and glasses, Mom.
Oh. So here we're just I'm putting my lobster tail right on the bread. Now you want lobster too?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's find the other tail for you.
Jennifer, viewers want to know, what
Yes.
was your inspiration for Once Upon a Farm?
Well, it was a company that I would have used. You know, this is a funny story. Do you want to hear this?
Yes.
When I was about to have my first baby, I was on your show, and you were so sweet to me, and you said, I'm going to teach you how to make homemade baby food. And at the time, I said I would never make homemade baby food. I would just buy jarred because I hadn't had a baby yet.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, it's all fine. Well, I thought a lot of things that weren't true. I was, as you know, the first
Did you
time I
really
was
think you were
anyone.
going to buy baby food?
I really did. I didn't know what it was going to look like. So here you make all this gorgeous food for yourself, and you open a jar of baby food, and you go, ah! And so, of course, what did I do? I made all my kids baby food. But there are times where you don't have time to do it.
Right.
And it did not make sense. And when I heard about this little company, it was in just not many stores, called Once Upon a Farm, where they made baby food. It's refrigerated because it's as fresh as it could possibly be, besides making it yourself. And it just seemed to make sense to me. That's how baby food should be. And it's not, normally you say baby food gross, but this I would eat, you would eat, you'd put it in your yogurt, you'd have it as a snack, and you should want to eat the food you're feeding your baby.
Yes.
So that's why.
definitely. Oh,
Thank you for
good.
asking.
Good. So have you visited, of course, all the facilities where everything is made?
Yes, and actually the one of the farms is the farm my mom grew up on.
Oh.
We are growing our...
Where's that?
It is in Locust Grove, Oklahoma.
Ah.
My Uncle Robert is the farmer.
Ah.
My favorite uncle
Okay, you
in
want
the whole
basil?
world. Yes, please. And we just plowed it for the first time, and it's going to grow persimmons
Oh, lovely.
and kale and blueberries, all great for babies.
Mm. That sounds so good.
Yes.
So there.
That
And
is-
then I would put a little bit more on
Ooh, I want some of
the
this.
mignonette. Oh, we need a spoon. Do you see a spoon anywhere?
Yeah. Okay.
No spoons, no.
Oh, this is a double situation.
But you could also soak the lobster in the mignonette or the shrimp. Yeah, you got it. Okay, just do that. Yeah. I prefer not having the mignonette on this. I like dipping it into it. And then,
We have a question for Jen. Melissa wants to know, do your kids like to cook in the kitchen with you?
They do. My kids are really good cooks, and
They
they are
are.
great.
they love spending time in the kitchen, don't they?
They do, and they're great bakers. They are happy to go in. My middle daughter just went in and made a cake totally by herself the other day. She was so
How
proud.
old is she?
She's 9.
Oh boy, it's so great.
She was so proud of herself. She
I
made
love it
icing,
when-
She made everything.
May I have that green pipe? It's
Yes.
we're short on plates. That is so
Wow,
good.
look at that.
Okay.
When,
And
when-
toast your bread right before you make your sandwich. Don't let it be sitting out like that, because even for a party, you just have to toast it right before. Okay.
When are we
so-
gonna have that thing where we have a bite and say it's so good?
Well, that's yours. This is mine. Here, let's stand over here and make it look pretty,
Okay.
so that people think we know what we're doing. You can have some. These are all garden tomatoes.
They're
too. Aren't they
gorgeous.
pretty?
Yeah.
I'm
So-
surprised your tomatoes are in so early.
Those are not mine.
Okay.
I confess, I do not have any tomatoes yet. My plants are about 2.5 feet tall. That's
Yeah.
all. Tomatoes take a long time here in the Northeast.
Yeah, I should go home to mountains of tomatoes. I haven't asked it that.
I love the bacon and the mayo.
Viewers want to know what kind of bread you guys are using.
That is a country white loaf. Perfect.
It's Wonder Bread.
No, it is
I'm just
not. It is not. It is wonderful bread.
Martha loves Wonder Bread.
It is. When my mother used to send me to the store for the Wonder Bread, I would open one end very carefully, and I would eat through the middle and take it all out, and then put it back together again. And then I'd hand her the loaf at home, and then I'd get whooped
She knew.
because I ate the whole inside. It was so good. But Wonder Bread used to be delicious.
We have a great
So
question
you're
from
hungry. I could eat that. I could eat this. That's my lunch.
We have a great question from Samantha. She wants to know, do you guys have any tips for a first-time mom looking to make baby food?
You do it. You're the mom. You're the young mom.
You're the you.
No, that's okay. I want to hear what you have to say, because you're now the entrepreneur with the baby food.
Okay. I would say breast is best for 6 months. Somewhere in there, you start mixing in a little, whatever you want to do, whatever your doctor is recommending, whether it's breast milk with some oatmeal or quinoa, and then you start mixing in different flavors and just kind of expanding their palate. And then as they get bigger, you want them to have what you're having, right?
Yes.
As soon as possible.
Yep, and mush it up if you have to. But boy, I think this the sooner, and I don't mean the sooner, as soon as your doctor says you can feed solid foods, then you can start making delicious foods. And then the convenience of having something like, and I have not tasted Jennifer's foods yet, so I'm going to take one of each and feed it to the nearest baby and see what they say.
You'll like them too, Martha.
Daisy, my makeup artist, has a new baby who's on baby food now, and we're going to try it out on him.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
he's so cute, and he loves food, so we're going to try it and see how he responds. But I'm sure since it does come from Jennifer Garner, it's got to be good.
It actually really is good. Babies and moms love it. You can
Yes.
feel great about feeding it. But let's talk about one other thing, which is how good this sandwich
Isn't
is.
it good?
It is. It's
It's so good.
legit good.
Yeah. Any other questions from all of you out there?
Yes, we have a question for Jen.
Oh,
Viewers saw that you threw a party upstate this weekend. Can you describe what that event was for?
it was at Amber Waves.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, what a great farm.
Was that on Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
And I was in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to stop there?
I know, we kind of missed each other.
I'm so sorry because I have a house in East Hampton.
Oh my gosh, how
Airwaves.
beautiful. I haven't spent time in the Hamptons. It's beautiful.
It is so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And so what'd you do? How many people showed up?
Well, it was a lot of moms and kids, and they had a farm stand. You could pick your own stuff. You could make your own bouquet. We had Ron Finley.
It's a CSA, isn't it? A CSA in Amber Farms? Yeah.
Do you know Ron Finley, the gangster gardener? He's an urban gardener. He came and we
don't know him personally, but I know him.
You would like him.
Yep, I'm sure.
So we gardened together and planted some things. We had a lemonade stand, and we, celebrated Once Upon a Farm. It was really fun.
That is so nice.
Ooh, good.
Yeah. So should we try I guess this is when it's warm. There's an ice cream in the bottom. Can I have that little? Thank you. Jennifer wants her peach pie.
Ooh.
And vanilla ice cream.
So do you always do a custard, or do you ever cheat and just do
Milk
Yeah.
or cream? Yeah, of course. The new ice creams, you don't have eggs in them anymore.
They don't?
No, most don't have to have eggs. I prefer eggless ice creams.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, you heard it here first.
Mm-hmm. I like sorbets. I like my mother's sherbet.
Does
There. Look how
does
pretty that
gelato
is.
that is gorgeous. Does gelato have eggs?
Generally not.
I like gelato.
Look at this. And the peaches are just so perfectly cooked. It's an easy way to make a pie. Oh, look how great.
Look at that.
This one right here. These peaches are so good. Now you can do the same pie with plums, nectarines, cherries,
You can also mix it up.
apples,
Can you just add blueberries
pears,
to it, or raspberries?
blueberries. I just picked all my blueberries. Do you have blueberries?
Yes,
In
I have
California.
so many blueberries.
Oh.
I didn't think I could do it, but then someone recommended it, and I planted a gajillion.
In California?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Now I have a bunch frozen because mine are done. We're done in June.
We have a question for Jen. Yes. Viewers want to know, what different ages are Once Upon a Time or Once Upon a Farm great for?
They start as soon as you're ready to feed your baby, 5 months. And then there's a tot age they kind of progress, and there are tots that have more texture and more diverse flavors. And then it goes all the way up into smoothies.
Oh.
But really, yeah, and the smoothies are delicious. You would enjoy them.
How are the smoothies packaged? In the same package?
For now, they're all the same. What did you add to this ice cream? Is there a little cognac or something? Or is it just that tasty? That is good stuff,
No
whatever
cognac.
that is.
Just cream.
So they
Good
go...
organic cream.
Yes, delish. So any phase from baby, all the way up into child. For sure, should enjoy them.
Well, I could eat that whole pie, and so can you, if you it's so easy to make, and it's so good. And you can make lots of them if you're going to have a big buffet party. You can just do every different flavor down the buffet, so people like digging
Gosh,
in and
why is
having
this
it.
so good?
Isn't it good? And the pastry is so good, right? You're hungry, that's why. So you're on a big promo tour right now for Once Upon a Farm?
I am doing a little bit of press for it.
Well, you have to.
Yeah, and I'm excited.
Entrepreneurs have to publicize, market, advertise, work.
It's true, and also people don't know where to look for us because they look
so
in the
where-
baby
so
food
where do we
aisle.
look?
We're in the refrigerated section,
okay.
next to baby yogurt usually.
Oh, okay.
So that you have to go. You have
At
to
what
kind
stores
of.
specifically?
We're Kroger, Whole Foods, Target, and beyond.
Oh, good. Okay. So it's easy to find. Most of us shop at those places.
We have a question for Martha and Jen. Viewers want to know, do you guys ever like to cook while listening to music?
I do.
Don't you have music on all the time?
All
at
the
your
time.
house? Yeah, I have music on. I actually play symphony because I have canaries who love singing along with Beethoven and Bach and.
Do they really?
Oh yes, they sing all the
Do
time.
they like country music?
Not so much. They like the vacuum or classical. They don't like it when I bring vocalists in too often. Yesterday we were playing something.
They want to be the stars.
They want to be the stars. They want to do the singing. But I have it on 24 hours a day in my house, and it's so nice to have music. And of course, you can then play some good dance music and dance away while you're cooking. Do you do that?
Of course.
Yes.
Do you remember when I talked my way into your house?
Where in Bedford? Oh, I remember that. Yes. She talked her way in. Who's not going to let you in, Jennifer? Come on.
I did.
Jen, Angelique wants to know, do you subscribe to Martha Stewart Living magazine?
I have since the very beginning. It is the most fought over thing in my house. My daughter steals it the second she sees it. We usually have a couple because I get so frustrated because she has it that I buy another one.
Well, if they're cooking, they need those recipes because there's recipes from simple to more complicated, and every single month you get really good new ideas in the magazine.
Martha, this
like
is
this.
so good.
Look, you're eating the whole thing. You must be hungry.
I'm
Did
really
you go to the
hungry.
gym today?
I did not, but I'm going back to that
To your sandwich.
Just
Okay, we can finish
gonna
our
go
sandwiches.
backwards.
And we'd be happy to answer any other questions. Any other?
Viewers want to know, where can they get this recipe?
Oh, right at marthastewart.com or in the July issue of Martha Stewart Living magazine. Thank you, Jennifer.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I've had this issue. I've read it cover to cover.
So good.
Oh my gosh, look.
Here it is.
Our lunch looks like the cover. We did such a good job. Are you gonna finish your pie? Because I'm gonna have
You
it.
can have mine. Here, have all my ice cream.
What is this ice cream recipe?
I am not doing action movies right now, so I'm not going to eat the other scoop of ice cream. You can have my ice cream, but I'm going to eat the rest of my sandwich. So if should we look a little bit at your?
Oh yeah, of course.
I don't know what time it is. How long have we been talking to everybody?
Oh my gosh, this would be.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, 45 minutes went by really fast. Here, stand here because you have to tell us.
Okay.
So different color tops signify what?
Different colored tops just are pretty because it's your food should be a rainbow and the food inside is a rainbow. And you
Oh, this
see
is
we
a
have a
super
little
smoothie.
window there so that you can see the color. It's real mango. There's
Oh.
nothing else. If you look under ingredients, well, my eyes don't work, but it says organic mango. That's it.
Yeah,
There's
so
nothing
everything
else
in
in
here
here.
is organic. And 100 calories for the Storybook Super Smoothie.
Right, which
And-
most baby food is so filled with sugar. There's nothing in here.
Yeah.
Mango.
Sweet as apple pie, apples hugged by cinnamon and dates.
Yes, but there's
And-
another apple sauce. Ooh, apple blueberry, straight from the apple. That's my fave.
And this one is wild rumpus avocado. What does that mean, rumpus?
It's cause it's Once Upon a Farm. It's like a storybook kind
Oh,
of theme,
okay.
and so
Apple
wild
blueberry.
rumpus. That's from
Apples blended with juicy blueberries.
look organic apples. Boom. That's it.
Oh, just that?
Yeah, you want to try it?
And the whole thing here just... Oh. It's like a baby. Oh, delicious.
It's delicious, right?
Yeah.
And it tastes
Tastes
like what
just
it is.
like apples.
Yes.
So they're resealable, but a baby
Kale
can
and
eat the
apples.
whole thing, right? Oh,
The
kale and apples.
baby can eat the whole
Oh, there are
thing.
many things
Oh
here.
yeah. There should be sweet potatoes in here somewhere. Delightful enough. Sunshine
shiny-
strawberry patch. That's
Oh,
a good
yeah.
one.
Oh,
People love that.
strawberry.
But I'm not kidding. That could be on your ice cream, and you would say yes,
Mama
please.
Bear blueberry.
Blueberry, rosemary, perfection. They all have a great ingredient in there for brain growth as well. So when you're making your homemade baby food, maybe think to add something great with omega-3s for your baby's brain, like quinoa or avocado, or what else
Right.
would be good?
Papaya.
Papaya.
Yeah.
That's why we were growing
Yeah.
these
So
persimmons.
very interesting and a very good. If you don't have time to cook, open one of these and not something else, right?
Yes, please.
Because you'll be getting what Jennifer feeds her brilliant daughters.
And son, I have.
Oh, you do have a son now. Oh yes.
Oh
I
yeah, I
forgot.
have way too, just lots of them.
Oh yeah, lots. Well, we had a very nice time talking to Jennifer Garner today and cooking up a nice little lunch. I hope you enjoyed our Facebook Live, and we'll see you very soon on our next one. But it won't be with Jennifer Garner, I'm sorry to say, but come back.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
tend to pop up.